There's a bench in Central Park with a plaque that reads, "To my lifelong best friend, we were girls together." And though I've never had the privilege of seeing that bench in real life, every time I hear about it, I think about my best friend, Christina. Her parents moved down the street from my parents somewhere around 2 decades ago, and ever since then, we've been inseparable. I'm so thankful that I was able to find my best friend so early in life and someone that I know I'm going to be best friends with for the rest of my life. Christina moved to New York a few years ago, and one of my favorite things to do is to go visit her and explore the city. This particular trip was super special as it was also my bachelorette trip. So we spent a few days in New York and then flew to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic and spent a ton of time on the beach, playing in the ocean and yapping the entire time. We filmed this both to post on YouTube, but also just as something to keep as a memory for years to come and be able to look back on. We hope you enjoy. It zooms in once it starts, so it's hard to set up. But
it's kind of fun.
Yeah. After a really great first day in New York, Cristina and I woke up early, not that early, but a little early, grabbed breakfast, and headed over to Beadcraft in Manhattan. This is a competitor to Brooklyn Charm, which is in Brooklyn, obviously. And essentially the idea is that they have a ton of charms, and you get to go through and pick out whatever charms you want, and also pick out whatever necklace you want, and then you get to sit there and actually put all of the charms on the necklace for your own custom charm necklace. And this was something that Cristina asked me if I wanted to do months and months and months ago, and I was like, yes. So we were so looking forward to this. And one of the perks of Beadcraft is just that there's way less people. I've seen people say that at Brooklyn Charm there will be 4-hour-long waits, which is insane. But we had so much fun digging through all of these charms. We were there for a ridiculous amount of time, honestly, because there's just so many, and it's also really hard to know when to stop. If you don't live somewhere where this is a possibility, where they don't have stores like this, I have seen kits that you can buy online to do it at home, or I'm sure it would be much cheaper to just go to a craft store and buy the proper charms. I'm sure there are some available, so it's something to think about if you think this looks like fun. After Cristina and I felt like we had a good amount of charms for our charm necklaces, we sat down to actually work on connecting each individual charm to the necklaces. So this is what that process looks like. They give you this little tray and pliers and the little circles to actually attach. And here's a little sneak peek of what mine looks like. And this is the final product. And Cristina and I will walk you through each charm and why we chose them later. I flew into Punta Cana last night, and we woke up really early this morning to go look at the sunrise, which I don't know if we got up early enough.
No, it's kind of cloudy, so
we'll see.
It still looks so pretty.
And it's so beautiful here.
Even yesterday when we were looking at the beach, the water was so blue that you could see the sand being pushed, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Standing outside our room. Our key cards hadn't been working.
Three times.
And
we keep having to walk all the way back to the lobby, which is not close.
No, so we found a cleaning lady, and then we figured out that
The battery
is
is
dead.
dead. So
now we're standing in the sun, kind of.
with no sunscreen. So fun.
The beach will come soon. We have our coffee, our virgin mojito. So chillin'.
Christina and I finally made it back in our room. The battery died, which was crazy. But now we've just like been swimming in the ocean, and now we're going to eat lunch, and it's been so great. Christina is off getting a drink, and we've just been sitting here reading. I've been reading a lot. This afternoon I'm reading on my e-reader. I'm reading Andy Weir's Hail Mary, which has been so good. I got my e-reader for Christmas, so I haven't read anything on it like on the beach, and I'm surprised by how bright it is. I have a Kobo. Like, look at how bright this is. I was worried I wouldn't be able to see anything, but I totally can. And it's been so fun. Christina speaks fluent Spanish. And a lot of people here do not speak like the best English, and so she speaks in Spanish. I took Spanish for 4 years, and so I'm like learning it again, catching up on it, and it's been so fun to speak my very broken Spanish. It's been a blast. As I was editing this, I realized I never updated you guys on this book, and I just have to say it was so good. One of my favorite books I've read all year. It was such a great beach read. I highly recommend. Also, look at how cute these are. It says Sloane's Bachelorette on it. Christina had them made and surprised me with them, and we had just little matching mugs, which was perfect to get all of our drinks in, so they actually stayed cold. If you ever go to an all-inclusive, I definitely recommend bringing your own like cold cups like that. But this was such a relaxing trip. This was me reading a little bit more in the evening, and then here, this is the next day. You can see how bright it is, and Christina and I just sat in these chairs. This was kind of like our little hangout spot, so we got a little bit of sun, a little bit of shade, and we watched so many weddings. It was so special. Good morning. Christina and I are chilling again at the beach, and we're both a little sunburnt. Christina's really sunburnt, and someone's getting married, so I'm super excited to very respectfully watch that from a distance, hopefully. And it's another absolutely gorgeous day. Christina and I are back from day 2 at the beach. I am going to get ready for dinner. Christina's actually at mass right now, so I've got like at least an hour to myself. So I thought it'd be fun before I get ready to give you guys a little room tour. We're staying at the Majestic Colonial, and it's Christina and I's first time in the Dominican Republic. It was really hard to pick an all-inclusive, and there's definitely been some pros and cons, which we can talk about later, but let me show you the room. We've been living in here for a couple days, so bear with me. It's not the most clean, but you walk in and there is a whole jacuzzi, which is definitely something that I feel like is built more for a couple. It's a decent sized bathroom. You can see all of our stuff. There's me. And then we have a closet here and another closet over here for all of our dresses for dinner, which I packed really light. I actually wish I would have brought more dresses. And there's lots of surfaces to set things, which is always really handy. I have a lot of my stuff on this desk. Christina has a lot of stuff on this table. There's a couch, 2 beds, and 1 nightstand. And probably the most exciting thing is this balcony, and we do have an ocean view, even though it's a bit far away. It comes with a table and 2 chairs, and then like a place to dry your swimsuits and towels and things. And the ocean is out there. There it is. I was there all day today and all day yesterday. Just got out of the shower, starting to get ready for dinner. Overall, the trip has been so fun. I mean, I'm really not someone who can complain about sitting on the beach all day. I would say maybe the worst thing is that we've had so many issues with our key cards. So they gave us our key cards and we came in and they worked then, and then we went out to go eat, and then we came back, key card worked, went to bed, woke up, left to go see the sunrise, came back, key cards didn't work, had to have maintenance come. I think it's happened a total of 3 times. Yeah, that aspect has not been great. And I know one thing that people talk about a lot with all-inclusives is the food. And I'm finding that I'm really enjoying trying the authentic Dominican food, but like the American remakes are not particularly good. One of my favorite things about today is that we were sitting right next to the gazebo where a ton of people were getting married. We saw like 2 full weddings ceremonies and then like a little bit of a couple others. And oh my gosh, like as someone getting married so soon, it was just so fun and made me really excited. I love weddings. I think they're so beautiful and I am so excited to have my own. And it was really nice to just hear other love. I don't know. I just loved it. Christina's back from mass. I finished my makeup and I got my earrings and necklace on. Super excited to head to dinner. And I think, Christina, you rented that from Nuuly.
Yeah,
right?
So I had never done Nuuly before until we came here. And it's really nice because I didn't want to buy a ton of new dresses, although I still ended up buying a ton of new dresses. Back from mass, I was the only person that spoke Spanish. So they had me translate from Spanish to English for the entire mass, which was super crazy. And they kept applauding for me and it made me really uncomfortable.
All right, we're going to dinner. So when Cristina and I were in New York, we stopped at this charm place. The trendy thing is to go do kind of gaudy charm necklaces. And it's so fun because you can pick out all of the charms that are like special to you. And so we went to one that's in Manhattan in the garment district. And we went shortly after they opened. And it's kind of funny because you walk into the building and it does not look like there should be a store.
No.
And an older gentleman was sitting and was just like, 2nd floor. Like he didn't say hi, he just looked at us and said 2nd floor. I think we spent 3 hours.
Yeah, because there's so much to choose from. And they're pretty organized, I would say, but they had some containers that had a ton of stuff in them.
But we thought it'd be fun to walk through all of our charms and why we picked what we picked. So a lot of mine is very related to my relationship, probably because I'm getting married soon. And I did like every other pearl just because I thought it would look really pretty. But I'll start on the left. So the first one is I think it's like a remake of a French coin, which I sent a picture to my fiance and he was zooming in on it, like trying to figure out what kind of coin it was. And I got it because he collects coins. So it made me think of him. And then the next one is a coffee grinder, which I just love because it's a vintage coffee grinder. I would love to have one. I love coffee. Brian loves coffee. And then the middle 3, or like the middle 5, I suppose, we have our initials S&B for Sloan and Brian. And then I just liked the little purple flower and I felt like it worked really well between the initials, and like the color scheme just kind of worked itself out, which is cool. And then I have little rings on a pillow because we're getting married, and they had so many cute like wedding related ones. So it was really hard to pick.
You easily could have had it just wedding stuff.
Easily. There were so many I wanted that I just couldn't fit on the necklace. And then the last one is a locket because why not have a locket? I can put a picture in it and it's super cute. So yeah, it was really, really fun. Like a lot more fun than I thought it would be, and I like my necklace a lot more than I thought that I would.
And then mine has definitely got a lot more going on. So it's definitely a lot more symmetrical. I guess I'll start on the right. I have these little like kissing kids, which is really funny. They're so cute. Like the boy is holding flowers behind his back, and then the girl is just, you know, waiting to be smooched. And then there's this little postcard that says I love you on it.
I love the postcard.
And it's so cute. It's very big, but it just kind of reminded me, my boyfriend and I are long distance, so it just reminded me of that. And then there's this cute little seashell, and I just really like the colors on it, and you're going to Punta Cana, so I was inspired. And then a little heart locket, because you always need a locket. I'm saying I'm gonna put a picture in it, but we'll see if that ever actually happens. And then my initials, SC and B. I was about to say S and B just because I'm curious. S and B. Just a fun little pearl, a little honeybee because I love honey.
She does.
And then a little Marian medal because I'm Catholic, so I wanted Mary on there. And my roommate has the same little medal, so it reminded me of her. They're
And
so fun.
that reminds me, so we briefly mentioned Mass last night. We have had so many people come up to us and say how good of a job Cristina did translating. Like, for her to just like have to translate Mass on a whim.
It was just so crazy.
It's so sweet. Like, people keep being like, remember me from last night at Mass.
There were
Like,
these cute little nuns that came up to us, and they just like came up to their table, and after I like stared at her for a second, that's when she said hi. She just kind of just like came up and stared at me, and she's like, I'm from Mass. I'm like, oh yeah, like, and it's been really cute.
yeah, are we gonna go to the beach next?
Yes, I think we're going to the beach.
That'll be fun. Our sunburns have calmed down.
Yeah,
so
for sure. We got
that's
burnt.
good.
We like, literally said we're not gonna get burnt in the first day.
And we
And the
both
first
did.
day, you weren't actually nearly that bad.
But I'm still.
Because I was fried, and I looked like Larry the Lobster because my nose was so red.
Yeah, but you're just tan now.
Yeah, it's just
It's a
good.
little flush.
So off on the first day because I definitely stayed in the shade yesterday
Yeah.
and had a towel on top of me the whole time to have no sun.
Great.
But it looks pretty overcast, so it shouldn't be too bad today.
Nice. And we won't even need sunglasses, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off to the beach.
This is a good idea.
Oh, I got my wallet.
That was funny.
Beautiful. Cold Canada.
Should we take one like close too, like here?
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna be so cute.
I think so too.
Burgers on the beach. Being buffeted.
Sloan, how are you feeling?
I'm good. The water's like bouncing us around. Oh, here we go.
I want like a big wave.
I know. Oh.
After another really, really fun night, Christina and I woke up early again, and basically we spent almost this entire day in the ocean as much as humanly possible. I don't know if it's because we're both from Iowa, but we were both trying to maximize that ocean time. We are both very much oceans over pool people, but we didn't get a ton of footage this day, but trust me, we had a lot of fun. I bought...
Oh, that was definitely me.
I bought Mrs. earrings while we were in New York, and I can't find them anywhere, and we're getting ready to go take pictures, and I can't find them.
And we're in a rush because yesterday we went out right as sunset was starting. So by the time we got the camera even set up, it was really dark outside. And it was kind of funny because there was all these people having like little romantic dinners, and then we were just running back and forth from the camera. So they probably thought we looked like crazy people.
We should tell them about toast.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first night we get really excited because you can get room service to your room, and room service sounded like a bougie thing to me, so we definitely were not hungry, but we needed to indulge in the novelty. I wanted fries, but I also wanted chips and guac.
I really wanted chips and guac.
And I speak Spanish, so you know there really shouldn't be a language barrier here. But I asked for chips and they didn't know what I was talking about. And so I tried to say Mexican version of chips, which is totopos, and they still didn't know what I was talking about. So I said like, kind of like tostadas, like a toasted tortilla or something. And they brought us actual bread, like toasted bread, because I said tostada. And so that's what we had. We had our toast with some guacamole. And I was
good.
So confused. And I was like, I don't know what could have been another name for this. And then not yesterday, but the next time when you were up the buffet, they had the nachos, and apparently that's what they're called. They're called nacho chips. Who would have thought?
I feel like it worked out.
It really did.
The toast was good.
Perfectly buttered, perfectly toasted.
I'm gonna go look everywhere for those earrings.
Your hair looks really good.
Thanks. It looks a lot better when I style it. Who would have thought? Where are the earrings? I'm so confused, genuinely.
My grandma used to always tell me I looked like a corpse because I didn't wear lipstick.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, my mom was telling us that we have had a fight when we were little, and it's because we were playing dress up, and apparently we both wanted to wear a dress, but we weren't fighting over who got to wear the dress. We were fighting because I wanted you to wear it, and you were fighting because you wanted me to wear it.
That's so cute.
So it's kind of fun because someone got to wear this dress yesterday. And so it's kind of an homage to our first and only fight, which is apparently over dresses. I feel like we'll find them once we're packing up to go.
If you ever have the opportunity to take a trip with your best friend like this, I highly recommend it. When we normally visit each other in Iowa or New York, we both still have work, school, friends, family, and other obligations that we have to deal with. And so it's not like you can spend a full week with each other just talking, bonding, and having a great time. And a trip was really the perfect way to do it. I'm going to remember these memories for the rest of my life, and editing this has made me already want to go on another one. We took our photos on the beach and then had our last dinner, which was at this French restaurant that we had to have reservations at, and then woke up early the next morning to enjoy the beach before we had to check out around, I think, 12 p.m. And we tried to take this photo. Basically, we tried to dig a heart in the sand and then put the phone in it and like take a photo so you could see the heart. And this was a real expectations versus reality. So we could not figure out how to do it at all. So if you've done this, let me know how you're supposed to do it, you know, and I guess we could have looked up instructions, but we didn't. And this was our last lunch before we headed back off to the airport and back to New York. And I flew back to Iowa the next day. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you made it this far, I have to give you a little update that Cristina actually just got engaged. So if you would put in the comments, congratulations to her. She would be so excited to see that. It'd be a fun little surprise. And yeah, I guess that means there'll be another bachelorette party for her, which will be super, super fun. Thanks, everyone.